Welcome to the Vanilla to Vixen podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to episode 124 of Vanilla to Vixen. We are your hosts, Mr. and Mrs. N, and we're also known as...
the Naughty Couple.
Well, hello, Mrs. N.
Hello, Mr. N.
We have another action-packed episode.
Action-packed.
Main event. We've got a main event later on. We're going to be talking to the owner of the oldest swingers club in the UK.
I know.
She's been in the media this week.
Yes, she has been.
Her name's Kerry, and she owns a club called Adam and Eve's.
Yes, so I'm really excited to talk to Kerry.
All the way up north in Manchester.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. And we're also going to be bringing you the Pornhub's year in review.
This should be good.
Top porn habits of the whole world. I'm looking forward to this. But meanwhile, I've got a little story for you.
Oh, jolly good. Come on then.
A guy suspects his wife is cheating on him. So he comes home early from work and he demands, where's the guy? Where's the guy that's sleeping with you? And she's all innocent and she says, I don't know what you're talking about, dear. So the guy tears the house apart looking for this guy all over the place. And they're on the second floor. He looks through the kitchen window and he sees a guy sitting in the Volkswagen. And he thinks to himself, that's him. That's the guy. He's just sitting in his car. I bet he's been sleeping with my wife. And he's so furious, he just picks up the refrigerator and throws it out the window.
Right.
And the sheer shock and anger and everything, he has a heart attack and dies.
Oh dear.
I know. So St. Peter meets him at the gates of heaven. And he says, why are you here? And the guy answers, I knew my wife was cheating on me, so I came home early. I saw her boyfriend sitting in his Volkswagen out on the street, and I was so angry I threw a refrigerator at him and I had a heart attack, and I died. And St. Peter scowls and says, I'm sorry, you don't belong here, not with that temper. Go to hell. He pulls the lever and a trapdoor opens and the guy falls down, disappears into hell. A couple of minutes later, another guy comes to St. Peter at the gates. And St. Peter says, what are you doing here? And the guy says, I don't know. I was just sitting in my Volkswagen minding my own business and somebody threw a refrigerator at me. And St. Peter wags his finger at him and says, I heard all about you and what you've been getting up to. Sorry, you're going to hell too. He pulls the big lever, trapdoor opens and the guy disappears. A couple of minutes later, another guy comes up to the pearly gates. St. Peter's standing there. And St. Peter turns around, looks at him and says, what are you doing here? And he says, I don't know. I was just sitting in a refrigerator, minding my own business.
I like it.
Ah, there you go.
I like it. I have something to report.
Okay.
Before we go on to the
main event.
The main event. It appears that nightclubs are following the trend of swingers clubs.
In what way?
So you know how a lot of the swingers clubs don't allow mobile phones?
Absolutely.
Which is lovely because it means people get to communicate with each other.
Back in the real world.
You're not all stuck looking at your phone and everything else.
Like literal zombies.
Exactly.
I call them phone zombies.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, faces lit up with this pale light.
So there's a new club opening in Manchester and it's called Amber's.
Right.
They're doing a rule where you have to put a sticker over the camera of your mobile phone. So you can't take photos.
So there you go. So nightclubs are actually copying swingers clubs.
Almost, yes. I mean, obviously they've interviewed a few people and said it's not very nice when you wake up the morning after when you've had a drunken night and you go onto social media and there's a picture of you in a not particularly flattering.
I'm so glad there was no mobile phones when I went nightclubbing.
You and me both, but it's really, really interesting. And they were talking to the DJ about it as well and said it's been so sad when you're DJing and all you see is people literally with their heads in their phones rather than listening and you know, engaging with the music and everything else.
As a musician, it's the worst thing in the world when people go to concerts and all there are is looking at the artist on stage through their mobile phone screen.
I know. It's just like, you've paid all that money to go and see somebody, so, you know, watch them. Don't
live in the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Live in the moment.
They say everything comes around, don't they? So maybe in time it'll all go back to how it used to be when we were youngsters.
Maybe.
But I think it's quite encouraging, that is.
People are too attached to their phones, I think.
It's a shame. It is a shame because people have lost the art of generally chatting and introducing themselves to people and getting to know people. Let's hope that other clubs follow suit and people can go back to just enjoying themselves and having a good night.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. So
we move on. It's the year in review, the top 30 categories of porn on Pornhub. Every year, you might not know this, Pornhub do their annual review, okay?
Yeah.
So, I don't know whether to go backwards with this or start with the top.
I feel like we should be going
No, we'll get a copyright strike.
Get fluff here.
Yeah, we'll get a copyright strike. We can't do Top of the Pops or anything like that. Let's start at number 30. Let's do like one of those countdowns, okay?
Okay.
So the top, this is across the whole of the world, internationally, okay? International porn. Number 30, the 30th most seeked out porn videos on Pornhub is, it's going to be a low one.
Okay. Tractors.
You're thinking Tina Monteith is back in the studio.
Yeah, I was.
No, it's teacher.
Okay.
Teacher porn. This is really interesting because bear in mind this is worldwide. So you're kind of thinking, is this Western? Is it more Eastern? Okay. 29.
Yeah.
BBW.
Really?
BBW is 29.
I would have thought that would have been much higher up.
I would have done too. There's some very odd ones here. Okay.
Right.
28.
Yeah.
Squirt.
Okay.
People like to see squirting.
Yeah.
Go to a garden centre, see the fountains. They're having orgasms all over the place. Okay?
Yeah.
So 26. Real amateur porn.
I get that.
So I can see that as well.
I do get that because we sometimes to have what they call real amateur porn.
Yeah,
it's much more relatable, I think, than what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like professional porn.
Yes,
it's quite staged and it can be, you know, a little bit not quite as hot, but amateur porn can be really, really sexy to watch. I think
there's nothing worse than plastic porn.
There you go. That was what I wanted.
25. Joy. JOI.
Oh, never heard of it.
Jack off instructions.
Okay.
It's more interesting than putting IKEA furniture together.
Can you explain a little bit further?
Guys, if you know, guys hate looking at instructions. We all know this.
Yeah.
Okay. If our sat nav goes down, we don't know where we are. We're not going to ask for directions. If we've got a new flat pack, we're not going to read those instructions, but we are going to watch this apparently.
Oh, wait.
Because the 25th most popular porn is jack off instructions. So it's a woman.
Yeah.
Literally helping the guy, going, come on, you know.
Giving him instructions.
Faster, slower.
Oh, right, okay.
Women like directing those kind of things. Faster, slower, more of that, less of that, fucking all of that.
Yeah, but men don't normally like taking orders from women. Well, some.
Obviously, a lot do.
Obviously, yeah. There you go. So that's called joy.
Joy.
Okay,
J-O-I.
J-O-I.
There you know. 24.
Yeah.
POV.
Oh, God. Right, okay.
P-O-V.
You see, to me, POV is point of view.
And that's what it is. So it's where the camera is at the point of view of the guy or the girl. So, you know, as if you were looking, as if you were having sex. Almost like,
I see what you mean.
Virtual reality kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So almost like if you had a body cam on.
Yeah. If you've got one of those cool meta virtual reality helmets kind of thing, you could pop it on and jig around.
Jig around.
Yeah, but obviously, you know, point of view, they'll be looking everywhere. It's just as if the camera is from your point of view.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is a weird one. Okay, next one up, 3D.
Explain.
Well, that's it. It's 3D porn. So people have typed in 3D porn. They're sitting there with their 3D glasses on.
Oh, I see. I was like...
Where the 38 double Gs are just jumping out at you. 3D porn.
You don't need glasses for that, baby.
Number 22.
Two little ducks.
Wife porn.
Wife porn.
I've never actually searched for that.
No.
I'm going to have a look at that. I presume that could be, I don't know, I guess guys that are turned on with sex with wives and hot wives. That's a similar kind of kink to what I have.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting.
Okay.
21.
21.
You're going to like this.
Yep.
BBC.
Yep.
No, we're not talking about the British Broadcasting Corporation. Everyone's going, BBC porn, that'll be shit. Trevor McDonald getting his cock out or something.
I bet you that there's loads of old reels in room 101 in the television centre.
At least we say about old BBC. Yeah, at least we say about that, the better. So BBC porn is a big black cock.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one. Gangbang.
Yeah.
Gangbang porn.
That's lower down than I would have thought.
At number 18, straightforward, just like us guys. We don't like complicated things. 18, blowjobs. Blowjob is the 18th most searched porn genre on Pornhub.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, number 17.
Yeah.
Ebony. Black girls.
Black girls.
And guys. Just ebony porn.
Ebony porn.
Ebony porn, okay? Is number 18. 17's an unusual one.
Okay.
Cosplay. Costume play.
Oh, costume play.
Cosplay. Yeah. So, like, it's a bit of a weird one, that is, for me. You know, like loads of people search for, like, you know, Chun-Li on Street Fighter 2. Getting fucked by Mario or something. It's just mental. Yeah, but
it's whatever floats your boat.
Exactly. I'm not king. I'm not kink shaming.
No, we're not here to judge.
Number 16. It's yours, Mrs. N.
Oh, is it mine?
Massage porn.
That is so hard. I'm surprised that's not higher up.
So, if you've not checked out, it's called Check Massage. Go on to X-Hamster, Pornhub or whatever, and they do. That is quite hot.
It is very hot. Always gets me going.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's the one. Okay, right. I think we're on 15. These aren't numbered, so I'm just having to go up. I think we're number 15 now.
Okay.
Straightforward, simple. You can tell that these are actually searched by mostly men. I'm just guessing with these categories that men have been typing this in. Because it is big tits.
Oh, yeah.
Big tits.
Big tits.
Okay. 14, animation. People are just sitting there watching Fred Flintstone fuck Wilma.
Really?
Yeah, animation. But you see, this is where I said right at the start of this, the Western culture, I think we're more sort of straightforward porn. But Japanese porn, you have a lot of the, you know, cartoons and animation porn, and it's very artistic.
I'm going to start looking into some of these.
So number 13,
Unlucky for some.
okay, is a threesome.
Okay.
I would have thought that was higher.
I would have thought that was higher.
Threesome is the 13th most searched porn category on Pornhub.
That surprises me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 12,
Yep.
it's getting messy. Cream pie.
Ah, okay.
Cream pie porn is number 12.
Right.
That's quite, it's quite
I get
hot
that.
to watch. It's
Yeah.
quite hot to watch, okay? Number 11,
Yeah.
song written about this, Stepmom. What was that song? Stacey's Mom.
Stacey's mum, yeah.
Who was that? Was that? It was
I
either
don't know who sang
Busted. Was it Busted?
No, it wasn't.
No.
No, it wasn't them. I can't remember who sings it, but it's a good song.
No, I'm thinking What I Go to School For.
Yeah, that was Busted.
That was a teacher porn. That
It was
the
teacher
bottom.
porn, yes.
Yeah. Stacey's Mom. No, Stepmom is number 12.
Right.
Okay. I don't know what number we're up to now, because these aren't numbered. Okay, I think we're up to number 10.
Right.
I don't know. I think I was 11, Stepmom. So we're on top 10 now.
Okay.
I could count down now because I know we're on top 10.
Okay.
All right. Sorry to have bodged this up if you're listening to this.
There's going to be loads of listeners going, no, Mr. N.
Yeah, it's all messed up. There's no numbers. I should have written them down, but never mind. We're just on the big list. But this is the top 10, so we're going to count down now. It gets important.
Right.
It's like Christmas, no one gives a shit what if you're number 29 at Christmas. It's the top 10
the top 10.
That's the most important one. Top 10 Asian
Okay.
porn.
Yeah.
And it's more Japanese.
Right.
Okay, that's the more popular one. So it's Asian. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 9, Latina, baby. Latina porn. I'm quite
I was
into.
going to say that's pretty hot, isn't it?
It is. Although
Very sexy.
Yeah. Although I went to Spain quite a few times when I was younger,
Right.
and like Latinas,
Yeah.
and I'm probably going to be a bit controversial now.
What, just for a change?
We went to a donkey sanctuary.
Right.
Trust me where this is going.
Where is this going,
Okay.
Mr. N?
There's no middle-aged women in Spain. None.
Okay.
Right? This is my theory.
Yeah.
Went to a donkey sanctuary, and it's quite a hard life. It was like a farm type of thing. So it's hard life over in Spain working.
Yeah.
This was a few years ago, many years ago. No middle-aged women. They're all absolutely stunning and gorgeous, or 110 years old. Something in between.
What's that got to do with the donkey sanctuary?
Because I remember looking at all the women on the donkeys and helping out and working there, and they were either like stunning, where my jaw was just scraping along the floor, looking like Jennifer Lopez or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 110.
Okay.
Looked like an elephant's, skin. I can only presume it's the sun. I don't know these things. Okay, I shall move on.
Yeah.
Okay, number 8. Please don't get all upset and write in. Okay, number 8, Japanese.
Oh.
Okay, so I said Asian was probably Japanese. It's not. Obviously, Asian porn, number 10 is just Asian.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Japanese specifically.
Okay.
Okay. Number 7,
Yeah.
anime.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anime, but of course, anime is its own thing, isn't it? It's not just cartoons. It's
No, it isn't. It's all, yeah.
Japanese art. It's very artistic porn, this is. Number 6,
Yeah.
this is more me. Forget the anime, classy, cartoon stuff. Number 6, nice and simple, big ass. Big ass porn. Or we could be back at the donkey sanctuary. Let's not go there. Big ass. Okay, we're getting down to the serious stuff now.
Right.
Okay, we're getting down to top 5.
Yeah.
Can you have a guess the top fifth porn category in Pornhub for 2020? This is only 2024. Okay.
Okay.
I bet 2020 was good. Masked porn. No, 2024 most searched porn category on Pornhub. Can you guess what it is?
I'm thinking that water sports has got to be in there somewhere.
No, it's not.
Really?
It's not at all.
Oh, okay.
Top 5.
Yeah.
You're going to like this, Mrs. N.
Yeah.
Anal.
Ooh.
Anal. You're in the top 5.
Hey.
Top 4.
Yeah.
Think about what a lot of guys fantasize about. Top 4.
What do guys fantasize about?
It's lesbian.
Oh, right, okay.
I bet you that's not actual lesbians or bi ladies, gay ladies. I bet that's not. I bet that's guys just going lesbian. Living the fucking dream. Yeah?
Okay.
Top 4 lesbian.
Yeah.
Top 3. This is going to be another one where you're going to look puzzled at me. I think it's pronounced Pinay or Pinoy. Pinay. I'm sure it's pronounced Pinay. I'm going to have to Google it now, otherwise I'm going to sound like a twat.
Well, what is it?
I'm just actually typing it into Jamie. Can you? For anyone that doesn't know, we don't have a Jamie in the studio. Joe Rogan does. We just have to type it ourselves. I'm going to just Google it. Pinay pronunciation. It is Pinay. Pinay.
Pinay.
Pinay. It's Filipino women.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Filipino women.
Yeah.
I knew what it was. I just didn't know how to pronounce it.
Oh.
Basically. Okay. That's top 3. There's an awful lot.
I still can't believe that gangbang was so far down.
Gangbang's so far down yet. Pinay.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys like Filipino women. Oh. Cash and carry. I can't say that. I can't say that. We'll just carry on. I'm not edited out. Fuck it. Top 2, okay?
Yeah.
Top 2. We're getting serious now.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Guess what it is? MILF.
Oh, right. Yeah.
MILF porn. Yeah. Yeah, that's
I fall
hot.
into that category.
Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. Okay?
Yeah.
I bet you will never, ever, ever guess what is
Number 1.
number 1. Last year, number 1, I've just read last year was lesbian was the top one.
Oh, was it?
And it's dropped down.
It's dropped down.
So the very top one.
I don't know.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hentai.
Whatty?
Hentai. Yep, it's another cartoon one. Japanese cartoon. I shall show you a hentai porno on the screen. So there's lots of like,
Okay.
dicks and things. It's actual full-on sex hentai porn. Very artistic.
It's, yeah. Yeah, okay.
And that is, believe it or not...
That's the top porn.
That is the top porn. I mean, if it carries on like this, porn stars are going to be obsolete.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
They're replaced by cartoons.
Who knew?
Winnie the Pooh's fucking... He's going, game on.
No. Not even going there.
So now you know, the very top searched porn on Pornhub
Wow.
is cartoon.
Well, you can't say we don't give you information on this show.
I know. So that's 30 minutes of your life you're not going to get. But it is interesting, isn't it? How sort of things change, and because I don't think even 10 years ago you would get anywhere near those categories.
No.
As the most searched porn.
Yeah.
On Pornhub. Like I say, different cultures, because you could have Eastern cultures that are more into that, and certainly the Japanese. It certainly seems to be very Japanese inspired, a lot of those categories.
They're all filthy devils, aren't they?
They're living life. And it just goes to show, here we are in our art class drawing bloody vases of flowers and shit. They're getting really cool stuff.
Do you think they have that assumption almost that if it's a cartoon, then it's not actual porn?
That's true. It is interesting as well that you've got a couple of categories there that are quite swinger inspired, like wife, MILF, and it's other people's partners, and sooner or later the naughty hobby is breaking out into normal life.
Yeah, it will be.
We're taking over.
Do you think it would change it though if it was? Because I know obviously we always go on about, we want to make it more
mainstream,
becomes more the norm and all that. Do you think it would lose its naughtiness?
I don't know. We've talked about that before, haven't we? And I think it would. I mean, certainly now, when we go out, let's be honest, both of us, if we were out just in an adult situation, in a vanilla, I'm quite happy to just go, we do an adult podcast.
Yeah.
Swingers podcast. I don't care anymore.
No.
I think it's that point where I just don't care.
It's like, whatever.
This is quite interesting that hentai has actually held on to its title because it was most searched term globally across a lot of search engines.
Okay.
So it is massive. And so obviously hentai porn, such as Chun-Li and even Lara Croft's in it. You see, Lara Croft, I've suddenly thought about cartoons now. I'd watch a bit of Lara.
Would you?
Yeah, Lara Croft.
You like Lara Croft, don't you?
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of things are changing, including sexual cultures. I think the whole adult world is changing. We've said this before. So just before we move on to our main event.
Yes.
You've got a couple of announcements, Mrs. N.
Couple of announcements. It's your last chance to get on the guest list for the Christmas V2V party.
It's not just a Christmas party.
It's not just a Christmas party.
It's not like a works party that's shit.
This is the Christmas party.
Where Greg from the post room is just sitting there with his sad-looking mince pie with his shit Christmas jumper on. This is not a works party. It's not where, bad Sharon in the office has had one too many and just, getting a bit fruity near the photocopier.
Yes, this is the Christmas party you don't want to miss.
Absolutely, 100%. Naughty. It's the V2V big Christmas party.
It is, and it's on Saturday the 21st of December.
So all your boring works parties will be out the way.
That's it, all done and dusted, and now you can get down to the serious partying.
Saturday the 21st, we're basically almost full.
We are.
We've got a couple of spaces available, literally.
Yes.
It's going to be a busy one.
It's going to be epic.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be naughty.
It is.
But also as well, not too naughty that if you're brand new and you're a couple or you're a single lady, you will be most welcome to this party. There will be absolutely no pressure, no expectations.
No, and you will get looked after. So yes, if you want to get on the guest list, how can they do that, Mr. N?
You can contact us on Fab Swingers. We are the Naughty Couple, spelled NAUGHTYCP1. Or you can use that old-fashioned thing, the really old-fashioned thing where you're about 108 years old and old as Moses, called email. Do you remember that? Old Billy Gates opened and invented that. And you can use email, Naughty Couple, spelled NAUGHTYCP1 at yahoo.com. I nearly forgot then.
You nearly did.
You can message us on Twitter as well, or as it's now known, X, with the fabulous Elon Musk.
Or if you are on our Discord group, you can send us a message on Discord.
You can send us a message on Discord, yes.
Yes. And also next week, just to let you guys know, next week's podcast is the Christmas special. It's
the last one of 2024.
It will be the last one for 2024, and we will be delving into Santa's sack. And
he's going to enjoy that.
We have some fabulous guests to help us get in the festive mood.
They're going to be pulling our crackers.
They are going to be pulling our crackers.
We've got the Christmas crackers again with naughty questions. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one.
It is going to be a good one. And also, just to let you know, first event of 2025 will be Vegas Vixens.
Yes, January the 10th, Friday at Liberty Elite. Friday, January the 10th at Liberty Elite. We are doing the Vegas Vixens party. It's the very first party Liberty Elite are holding of 2025, I believe.
Oh.
Yes, Friday, January the 10th. The grand reopening of 2025. And we're going to be there, and it's going to be for couples, single ladies, and a limited, selected, very carefully chosen single guys.
Yes. So the guest list is open for that if you want to start putting your name down. January is always a bit of a downer after Christmas. You need something to look forward to. So what better than to spend an evening with us?
At Vegas in the East Midlands, baby.
And win some naughty prizes.
Absolutely. But now, back to this week. So we were actually due to go out and about this week, weren't we?
We were.
Bless them. The people that we were going to see, we won't mention them, but the people we were going to go out and see were poorly.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do it.
No.
So we literally, at the last moment, we got, oh shit, we need to talk about something. So we did a quick Google, and we looked at what was happening in the news in the swinger world. And we noticed that a very popular club up north, where they sell bread cakes, or rolls, as we call them down south. So a very popular club up north called Adam and Eve's is planning a rebrand.
Yeah.
And this has been across the press and in a couple of bits of the national press. Owner Kerry is giving the 40-year-old club, which was featured on Channel 5's documentary, Adults 24-Hour Sex. I don't think I've seen that one.
We've not seen that. We need to find that one out.
We definitely need to check this out. And she's giving it a new lease of life. So we got onto Google and I thought, right, okay, I'm going to send him a quick email. There's no way in hell lastminute.com we will get an interview. Bless her.
I know, bless her.
She literally jumped into action, went, I'll come on the show.
She was an absolute superstar.
Absolutely. So here, without further ado, we're going to chat to the wonderful Kerry, or as she's also known, Red Ammunition. And now joining us on the line, all the way from a very special club, we've got Red Ammunition.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on, my lovely.
You are very welcome.
So, tell us, honey. We kind of stalked you a little bit, didn't we?
Yes, I've been very excited this week to actually meet you and talk to you. Very excited because I understand that you run the oldest swingers venue in the country, in the UK.
I do, yes.
So how on earth do you... Take us right back to the start. How did you get into all this monkey business?
I'm actually from the corporate world. I spent 20 years working my way up. I'm actually Master of Science in marketing. So I ended up working at Media City. I had a really big career. And the opportunity was another two people came to me, do I want to open this club? And I was only going in from a marketing perspective.
Yeah.
I'll be really honest with you. The club was a shithole. Not my standards at all. I'm being dead honest, me. What you see is what you get. If you can imagine, it was closed for 3 years through the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we got the keys. So you've got 3 years of, let's say, stain smells, dirty tights. It was... To the point, I said, I'm not doing this.
So you took it on just as the pandemic, just the right time to take
just
on.
the right time.
Yeah.
It was weird because the club was going to get knocked into a block of flats.
Oh, wow.
And I actually know the landlord is a personal friend of mine. And he was actually going to go and interview two other women to see if they worked the club. And there was talk whether it was going to be club flats, etc. And and one of my friends just heard whips, chains and said, actually, we know somebody else who might be able to run this. Who's quite creative. I went in, like I say, the club itself, I'm dead honest, and it had a real shit reputation. It had a reputation for drug dealing, money laundering, prostitution, everything I'm not.
So this was Adam and Eve in Manchester?
Yes. Now, I've had the club for 2.5 years.
Okay.
During that time, we've refurbed twice. We've completely written the policies, the alcohol policies. We've become a full private members club. I've took it from one extreme to the other. It's completely flipped around. Now, branding and marketing is my speciality. It's my bag. But what happened is when I took the club over, it was hard work. and obviously my team grew, I realised I couldn't work full-time and have the club as well. So my plan at the time, to say plans don't always go according to, don't they? I got a part-time contract. I was doing freelance marketing for a very, very, very global firm. I can't name them for legal reasons. They found out about my lifestyle and fired me.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've never been fired in my life. I've never applied for a job since 2008 because I'd always been headhunted. This was just like a kick in the teeth to me. And I remember calling my brother, and my brother's my best friend, and I said to my brother, I've just been fucking fired. Am I allowed to swear on it?
You can swear like a trooper.
Yeah. And his words were, Kerry, this is the best thing that's ever happened to you. Don't look back. Concentrate on the club. Concentrate building you and your career because you were made for this. He said, I've never seen you so happy. You don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning anymore for the man. You can be yourself and work for yourself. And I'd always done freelance and I'd had little businesses, but never something that was about me.
Yeah.
So I took the plunge and I thought, you know what, he's right. You know, I've never been so happy. My own character's defining the club. I'm bringing in my own new people, my own new host. Bearing in mind, I kind of got the club thrown at me because I was only coming in as the third wheel.
Yeah.
The other two guys stepped back. It was a bit. I think they took on a little bit more than they could chew. It was all very amicable. So we did the buyout last year, and then I became the full owner in July 2023. Sorry. Since then, I've really wanted to refine what the private club means, and with that, because I've been in a very, very sticky situation because I've took on the oldest club in the world, not in the world, it feels like it's the world sometimes, the oldest swingers club in the UK. I've got a massive, massive following of new, fresh people. You've got this huge demographic of ages, which is like 21 to 85.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, how do we manage this? Because I've got some staff who were working there 20 years ago, and I love them. They manage that place very, very good for me, and they have a different cluster of people than I do. So each day is very different. So it's kind of managing all these people. How do we take this from a really bad reputation to a classy venue? Yeah. And this has been my plan for a while. The reason I've been kicked up the arse to bring the Lifestyle Lounge in, I'll be dead honest.
Are you changing the name of it? Is it still Adam and Eve's?
Yeah, so I'm legal as the Lifestyle Lounge at the minute. We're still operating as Adam and Eve's.
So it's going to become the Lifestyle Lounge.
Yes, we're already legally that. Yes, I've already got all that in Company's House.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the swingers, we're all swingers, you know, but the lifestyle encompasses so much more.
Yeah.
You know, I'm opening my doors to more bi people like myself, you know, more trans people, more gay people. And I feel that the lifestyle now is at a cusp and a turning point. It's not just about swingers, it's about kinksters. It's about people who are in the fetish scenes. It's anything that's not vanilla. Yeah. Why should everything be in silos? We all should be free to fundamentally live how we choose within our own sexual parameters and freedom of choice.
And it's just nice to be able to have that space that's safe,
yes,
that people can go to and, like you say, be themselves and not have to worry about being judged or...
Exactly. And with this thinking, and with the old club, it wasn't run anywhere near how I'd run it. And I still have people thinking they're very entitled from the old club. I've still got a lot of misconception city, you know. I people come, I've been to Adam and Eve's 20 years ago. You're not a fucking member now, pal. You know, fucking hell, get a grip. You know, sometimes, you know, I mean, like I say, I don't know how it was run. As far as I know, it was a bit of a shit show. So I still have people, you know, I come here years ago, I don't have to show you effing ID. Well, I own the business now, so yes, you effing do. Well, there's the effing door. You know, very low tolerant, no bullshit person when it comes to this, but it's how it has to be run. We're talking about people in sex clubs. We're talking about, you know, things like my alcohol policy. I would refuse to have an alcohol license with that.
I think people in swingers clubs are at their most vulnerable. So
yes, exactly. So for my job now, what I'm training my staff to do, I'm actually working with the police and the council. You know, I monitor attitudes and behaviours. You could come in my club and walk around and that's fine, but I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if you're making somebody feel uncomfortable for being gay or, you know, you're drinking too much. So we're a very behaviour-driven business. Now, I'd be dead honest, I have lost business because of it, but I've also gained business because of it for how I run things.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you will gain more than you'll lose. And the ones you want to lose, you don't mind losing because they're not the clientele that you want in a swingers club.
Exactly. And I think it's working. We've become a full private members club. We don't guarantee memberships. I want to know who you are 3 or 4 times to establish trust. Then I may offer you a membership. With that membership does come extra privileges. Things like we're having facial recognition software put in so members can just walk straight through now.
Wow.
We never have any problems, conversely, but it's this, I just want this added security. I feel like you say, going back to people in vulnerable situations, just because someone's in the lifestyle doesn't necessarily make them a good person. It's like anything.
Absolutely.
You've got to, as a club owner, there's so many responsibilities, and you have, and they are, chosen responsibilities. I don't have to do this, but I choose to do this because I want to run this club to the best of my ability with due diligence, where people trust me as a club owner and they know if they come to the club, I'll be doing everything within my power to keep you safe. And that includes managing who and doesn't come through that door. Door management is something they say in my group chat at work, Hitler when it comes to door management. Yeah, because I know the kind of person I want, I know the kind of person I don't fucking want to. So I feel no way about telling someone to piss off.
But the thing is, though, you know that if you don't get the right type of people, that's going to affect your entire evening.
You are so correct. I mean, there's been times, we don't accept 2 single blokes together. They're not there to swing, know. I mean, some are friends, so we do have caveats to that rule. For example, we'll have a single bloke, if he's a member and I know him, he can bring a friend in, but that friend comes in on your trust. Your friend fucks up, you're out.
Yeah.
Dead easy.
Absolutely.
And that's the way I'm running things. And that harshness is really, really, it has made a turning point. I'm known as a bit of a tyrant, but you have to be.
So you've got all your security sorted out. That's really good. Everything's changed and it's good. So what kind of events are you putting on there now? Because I've heard that you're doing all sorts of things that other clubs aren't, including one for the people who are trying to get into Mensa. I've heard you doing quizzes.
we do, yeah. I don't know about the Mensa one. You're not going to learn much after my quizzes because it involves knowing how many calories a teaspoon of sperm contains.
But you never know when that's going to come in useful. You never know.
It's all right because all the ladies start pinching themselves, wondering why they're putting weight on.
So you do.
We do things like we have boat trips. Well, I say boat. It's funny when we say boat trips to people, they think they're going on the QE bleeding too. No, it's the river boat down Salford Keys. We call it the Costa del Salford, the Argy Bargy. Yeah, we have a couple of DJs on. I'm usually one of them. We get everyone together, have a social. We usually do a huge charity raffle. We've raised loads of money, thousands for Alder Hay Children's Hospital.
That's amazing.
We've just changed the charity because we change the charity every year. We think we're a proper social club, we're a members club. Why shouldn't we operate like everyone else? Why shouldn't we make people feel good about raising money for charity? Why shouldn't we give back? We're just the same as everyone else with the element of kink.
That's brilliant.
It's such a good way to look at it.
As I was discussing on the phone with you yesterday, I'm very involved in Swingathon, which is the UK's biggest adult alternative lifestyle festival.
Yeah.
I'm very entrenched in that. One of the organisers, very lucky to also be a headline DJ there as well. So yeah, I mean, like going the events we do the standard stuff, like all the other clubs do, couples and single females, all that kind of stuff. We do everything we can to try and have a pocket and avenue open for everybody. We to try and do something for everybody.
Do you do fetish events and swinging, or just swinging?
At the minute, it's just swing. But I'm in the refurb. I've got to stop referring to this room as the gangbang room. It's just a really bad habit. We've got a massive orgy room.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that is getting ripped out. I've got a swing room, which is coming out of there, going into my new fat room. I'm getting a spanking bench, St Andrew's Cross, and my swing room is being turned into a prison cell.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, it's actually going to be called Prisoner Cell Block K, just for joke. Why not? So,
that's kind of that is cool.
Loads of plans for the fat community, because I work with I work with hosts up and down the country, and one of my best friends, Denise from the Travelling Weekender, she's going to be opening my FET space. She's very entrenched in the FET lifestyle, and I'm open to be getting some FET hosts going forward. So yeah, after April, we will definitely, most certainly, be doing events for the FET communities, and obviously having that FET space specifically for that as well.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
So
I want it to be where it's something for everybody. I mean, you're not going to get everybody in there, but I'm trying. All I can do is try.
Yeah.
So we know there's two kinds of club in the swinging scene. There's a dress up club and a dress down club the minute you go in. Is yours a dress up club? Do you have a dress code?
No, we started out as a dress down club, and what happened was I took the advice of the older staff, which was right at the time in 2022. And then what I quickly realised when it was a dress down club is that I started to build my personal following. Yeah. So we've got a club that's been there 40 years, older staff, older clientele. You've got me coming along like a bloody bat out of hell, quite like boom. And I started building the events at weekends. And as I'm looking at the demographics of visitors, I'm seeing that a lot of younger people are coming in. They were really getting put off by people in towels. It's a generational thing. Yeah. You've got younger people coming in, I've not been before. I get a lot of newbies, and they feel really overwhelmed by having to dress down. So I took the route, I just scrapped it. I said, dress down is completely optional, hence why it's your club, how you feel comfortable in. And that completely worked. And it's really funny. You'll have to come down to the club and meet us, but you will find if you go in the club, say on a Saturday night, the older guys still love walking around in the towels, whether they're playing pool or anything, and the younger ones dressing what they want, and they tend to not get dressed down as much.
I love the fact that you've listened, you've looked, you've seen what's working, what doesn't work, and you've gone, do you know what? This isn't for everybody, so I want to change it. Rather than just stick to the same old. That's so good that you're listening and you're reading people.
I think you've hit on something really important there, because you've got to watch people. This is a continually evolving society that we're in. Things are changing all the time. I think the scene's changed since I joined it 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely,
I agree.
And this is accelerating, and I do truly believe that mindsets are becoming less narrow. For myself and the guys at Swingathon, we woke up we were all over the press in the summer. Some of the press comments are really nasty, the P. Diddy party and all that. And it's like, get a fucking bit. Yeah. Just because you're a swinger, it suddenly makes you a nonce, sort it out. Yeah. And then, rates of STIs and all that. It's like, these people are not educated. Yeah. They're not educated. I think we're in a time now where people really do need to be educated to what it actually is. And things like the festival massively help do that. Podcasts like yourself, or some of the other podcasts I work with, magazines. There's so many people I work with now, and I'm proud to work with these people because they're all coming together for one common denominator, absolutely smashing the stigma this lifestyle is about, because we are good people. Just because I choose to have a bit of fun at a weekend, does that change my personality, the person that I am, how kind I am? No, it doesn't. And this really needs to change. And like I say, in 2022, I was secret about what I did. I was very cloak and dagger. We then went on Channel 5 in 2023. I didn't have a choice. Yeah, I put it on my vanilla Facebook. Well, this is what I've done. I've provided jobs. Don't really care what people think at this point. And I was overwhelmingly flooded with positive messages. And this is off my vanilla world. Do your life, do what you're doing. It was really changing. Now, I've gone from being quite behind closed doors. Oh, my modelling pictures go on my vanilla Facebook. Go on, there's another one. You can see that. Getting the legs out. And I'm getting I get stopped in the street where I live now. I'm a bit of a local celebrity. I get stopped in the street. Kerry, we love me. All my friends I went to school with, their mums are stopping me when I'm out shopping. Like, you're an icon, so women, we bloody love you. And it's great because people are really, in their minds, breaking down these barriers. With all due respect, right? We live in a society where you can have 178 genders. Okay, but you can't have a bit of fruit and tickle with your wife on a Friday night.
That's so true.
It's so true, my darling.
It's just hypocrisy central. It's crazy. And people shouldn't be judged for what they do behind closed doors, because them doors are closed. And more people have got skeletons in their bloody closets than anybody else. And I think sometimes it's just a platform for people to just be negative. It's a swinger, let's call them this. you don't have any idea what the lifestyle's about, hence why you need educating. And I think people like yourselves, you're doing these podcasts for a reason, to actually inform people what we're about.
Yeah.
And I respect that. And that's why I've decided to go very public with what I do. And with that attitude and the kind of I don't really care anymore, has come a lot of support which I didn't initially think would happen. So yeah, things like the festivals, the events, the networking, everybody coming together, it's all turning, in my opinion, very, very positively. And again, it just comes to educating those who don't understand.
That's brilliant.
It is spot on. And it's so lovely to hear as well, because when we started the podcast, I was on a bit of a mission that I wanted to educate people, to tell them exactly what it's really like, not how it's portrayed in the media and everything else.
And it is so nice as well to hear that your club, you're one of the clubs that are all inclusive. It doesn't matter what age you are. It's not just for the beautiful people who are on, Love Island, which is also a stigma, I think. Some people, we get so many messages weekly from people that go, I'd love to visit a club, but I just don't feel body confident enough to do it. And it's so nice to hear that you have and accept all ages, I'm sure all shapes and sizes in your venue.
Yeah, but we do say that. I always say, Denise, one of my best friends, always says this as well, when you go in a club, it's a leveller. I've got police on my books, I've got we've got rocket scientists who've come, we've got teachers, we've got people in the legal profession, everybody you can think of, and it doesn't matter where you are socially, we have no hierarchy. You come in my club, when them doors shut, you forget the whole world and you are yourself. Like last night's a great example. We had Gay Day Wednesday.
Gay Day Wednesday?
Oh, I love it. It's my favourite shift. My favourite shift, honest to God. And the guys have become that relaxed in front of me. They started having a mini orgy in front of my desk last night, and I was just like, don't worry about me, guys, I'll go and put the fucking kettle on. I've become that used to it, cocks, vaginas, ours is all part of my job now. And that, you would have never have thought that. And if you're a typical gay man, can be quite shy. I'm from the gay village. I was working in the gay village from the age of 13. As is when the day when you could get away with that. And I've seen so many things in that village. I've seen people being treated badly, especially trans ladies, and it's still the case now. Trans ladies in the gay village, especially in Manchester, they're not accepted. But it's okay to be a drag queen because that's a gay man in dress.
Really?
But it's not okay to be trans. And we get a lot of trans people who they don't feel like they fit anywhere. And I got a message the other day, and it actually brought a tear to my eye. It was this trans lady. And she'd obviously followed me, and she said, I really like your attitude. I really want to try a club. I'm really scared. I don't know what kind of club to try. I'm really coming to you because I've seen your ethos. And I've been talking to her, and at the end of it, she closed the message with, are you absolutely sure I'll be welcome there? Oh. No matter what I was telling her, she was still worried about other people, and that is something I'm putting to bed. Yeah. Who the hell are anybody to judge you because of your life choices when you're probably one of the bravest people anybody knows to go through that? Yeah. I want to make an environment where it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. And even swingers, if you don't like the fact that I'm bringing the LGBT community into the club, then you will go before them, because everybody gets treated on a level exactly as you should be, with respect, regardless of your sexual orientation, boundaries or preferences. I don't care about any of that. I care about you being treated like a human and a friend. And like I say, I'm a very attitude and behaviour driven business. If I think you're making somebody feel uncomfortable, you will leave. Dead easy. I want everybody to come in, feel okay, feel welcomed. And I'm really getting to a point where the other night in my club, I looked in the pool room and there was people of every different background you could think of. They wouldn't usually be chilling together, but now they are, because I believe anybody can sit in a room together. I believe anybody can sit in a room together once you break down parameters of judgment and judging who other people are. And that goes beyond our world. Yeah. That goes in the vanilla world as well. Doesn't matter what somebody does. Does that define them as a person? The personality, the characteristics, how they treat you? No, it doesn't. Nope. We need to start learning about judgmental barriers as human beings and getting fucking rid of them.
That's
and
cool.
I think the world would be such a better place.
Oh, wouldn't it just be
lovely? I love the fact you call it a leveller, and I think that's brilliant. We always say, leave your judgments at the door when we do our parties, and I love it. It's the same thing. It's it's just a leveller. It is, because everybody's there, and it's the most eclectic mix of people. You can have you can have high court judges talking next to footballers or next to dustbin men, whoever it is.
It was quite funny about a year ago. Cause I'm really strict on IDs, and this gentleman was really hesitant to give me his ID. And I said, well, I'm not being funny, darling. Without it, I cannot let you in. This is the law. Anyway, he pulls out his gun licence. Turns out he's a magistrate. Right, so, I can take that ID. And then I seen him 3 days later in Ann Summers looking at the butt plugs.
I love it.
So, we do have everybody in our lifestyle, in our club. But like I say, one of my best friends, Denise, she always says it's a leveler. It doesn't matter who you are. I mean, you go to that festival, for example, you can see 800 people in a field running around and they don't care. You've people who've got nudists, you've got people who just want to wear a fet mask, you've got puppies, anything, it doesn't matter. And everybody's just happy to have that freedom. And sexual freedom should be your choice as a human being.
That's awesome.
Your body is the one thing you still have control of.
Yeah.
You don't have control of your finances no more with this government, do they? Take it all.
Oh, don't get him started, darling.
Don't get him started on that. But, what your body is the one thing you have control of. If I choose to sleep with men and women, I will sleep with men and women. I'm not going to care what anybody thinks.
Yes.
And that doesn't make me a bad person.
Not at
I'm
all.
actually a very nice person. I'm just kinky as fuck.
But that is such a great attitude to have, and that's kind of my thing, where I want everybody else to have that type of attitude.
Of course, yeah. And they should be,
If people want to come to your club, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, the website at the minute is if you just Google Adam and Eve's Club, It comes up straight away. Any of my socials, so if you type in Red Ammunition on Instagram or Facebook, you can get hold of me that way. You can also email the club directly through the website. The website at the minute is Adam and Eve's.
Yeah.
I've got a big job changing that over to the lifestyle. It's one of many things to get going on.
Do you have anything for the future? Do we know any sort of website names for the future? Or is it?
It's going to be the lifestylelounge.com.
Excellent.
But obviously, I've not done that yet because we're going through the 5-month rollout plan.
People could be listening to this 12 months in the future. They're time travellers.
Good thinking. Yeah. Okay, so 12 months in the future, lifestylelounge.com it's going to be.
Awesome.
Well, thank you very much for having me on your show.
I know we haven't. I feel like we've just hit the tip of the iceberg.
We know we've got real time restrictions with you today, and we just cannot wait to get you back on and even plan a visit.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'd love that.
We would love to come up and see you. Absolutely.
Do another show, perhaps in person. We'll do another show.
Yes.
You're very welcome to come and obviously film at the club. Anything like
awesome. Thank you so much for telling us about your venue and the oldest venue in the UK.
But it's going to become the newest swingers bar in Manchester. Once I've done this bloody reband, I've got rid of Adam and Eve. Lifestyle Lounge coming.
Yay!
Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
You're very welcome. I had a really, really nice experience speaking to you guys, and good luck for the future.
We can't wait to do more with you and experience more and come and see your venue.
Yeah.
Likewise, I look very, very much look forward to welcoming you both.
Thank you so much, my darling.
You're welcome. Thank you.
A big thank you to Kerry, aka Red Ammunition, for coming on Vanilla to Vixen today.
I know, bless her. At short notice, she was an absolute trooper.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
And remember, you can see her wonderful 40-year-old club, the oldest club in the UK, which has been reinvented, regenerated, with lots of sexy new people in it.
Yeah.
And you can contact them on Adam and Eve's. You can just Google it, Adam and Eve's. Or if you listen to this in the future, which you probably are, where there's flying cars and Elon Musk is, president of the world. And then it's thelifestylelounge.com.
Yeah, brilliant.
And we shall see you for the Christmas special next week.
I'm going to go and get my bells out.
Where's my Santa hat? See you later, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.